It's wonderful to see a lot of excitement, hard work. We are going to officially start session 1. So go to your places, the ones who are presenting, like this way we can see you. We are formally start session 1. Good luck everybody, it's going to be great.
My name is Elliot, and my focus question is, what are the origins and main aspects of the Rastafari religion? My country is Jamaica.
Je m'appelle Samantha, j'ai les États-Unis et ma problématique c'est est-ce qu'un enfant d'une famille gay, homosexuelle est handicapé en comparaison d'une famille hétéro?
Mi nombre es Cecilia y mi pregunta de foco es cómo las maras afectan cómo las personas ven al país.
Mi nombre es Victoria y mi pregunta de foco es cómo las tradiciones mayas han influido al pueblo aguacateco en Guatemala durante muchos siglos.
I'm Christopher. My research question is, how did the Mexican drug war affect the surrounding towns and cities on the border of Mexico and the United States?
Mi pregunta foco es cómo la diversidad en Guyana, entre la religión, por supuesto, afecta la gente.
My name is Jude, and I'm researching on Paraguay, and I'm researching how a dictator called Stroessner, how his regime on Paraguay was similar to the regime of dictators in Europe of his time.
Well, the main purpose is to make them realize that the topic has various dimensions, that they just don't go to a country and they write about the environment of that country. We want them to zoom in on a particular issue and to look for different perspectives on that, and then create their own conclusion based on all the research that they have done.
Avant, j'ai commencé par vouloir faire juste les droits des gays pour l'adoption et pour le mariage. Mais après, j'ai changé ce que je voulais faire et j'ai changé aux enfants et aux familles en général des gays. Alors ça a changé la perspective beaucoup et du coup j'ai dû changer ma problématique 2-3 fois pour que ça ait une bonne rime et que ça a du sens.
My name is Val and I'm in Miss Adhikari's Humanities class. My focus question used to be what Belize's environmental sort of regulations are and the acts they had to like improve their environment and maintain it. But then I realized that there was some stuff about like human trafficking in Belize and like with women and children and sometimes men, that there's like lots of sex trafficking. So actually just today I changed my focus question and I haven't really fine-tuned it yet, but it's probably mostly going to be about like why that happens and if it's like bad government or if it's immigration or just like financial issues. Some of the motivating factors for me to change my question were that I thought that the question I already had kind of I wanted to do something that still has room for improvement, and even though that's like always the case with the environment, I wanted to kind of do something that was more important for me personally.
Las dificultades que presentaron son básicamente las mismas que presentan para cualquier proyecto en cuanto a investigar, en cuanto a saber analizar e identificar las ideas principales y, como yo digo, extractar de toda esa cantidad de información que tenemos sobre diferentes tópicos, porque el proyecto da la posibilidad de enfocarse justamente en temas muy diversos. El desafío es saber manejar esa cantidad de información que tenemos hoy en día, sobre todo con el Internet, ¿no? La facilidad de acceso, identificar los puntos principales, asimilarla y presentar eso.
My focus question is how does the nature of the Galapagos Islands affect the amount of endemic species there? A lot of the websites, they talk about the species, the animals there, and they talk about how they're protecting it, but they don't talk about the history of the island and how that affects the amount of the species there. So it's hard to sometimes get resources, but yeah, it's okay.
Vous avez compris les enfants, dans la question, une question qui est une problématique, c'est-à-dire qu'elle répond à un problème, la question doit contenir en son sein les mots de la réponse. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Regardez par exemple, elle a écrit, c'est très très bien, que se passe-t-il avec les mines d'or, première idée, illégales, deuxième idée, dans la forêt équatoriale, troisième idée, ou la Guyane, quatrième idée. Donc, et elle va reprendre chacun de ces mots-clés et elle va développer la réponse. Hein? C'est comme ça qu'on construit une problématique.
Je dirais que le but principal de ce projet, c'est d'apprendre les élèves à réfléchir, à aller au-delà de l'apparence des choses. En général, quand nous travaillons sur un projet de ce type, nous pensons à regarder des images sur Google. Donc, dans le cas précis, je voudrais prendre l'exemple d'un élève qui était intéressé par le football et le Brésil.
Je m'appelle Miro et je vais parler de pourquoi la population brésilienne proteste contre la Coupe du Monde et comment est-ce que le gouvernement va le régler avant que les premiers matchs commencent.
Donc il est allé sur Google, il a tapé Google et Coupe du Monde, World Cup, et il s'est aperçu qu'il y avait toutes sortes d'images, aussi étranges, différentes les unes que les autres, et que chaque image racontait une histoire. Le problème, c'est justement à l'âge de 13 ans, 14 ans, on est dans le passage entre l'enfance et l'adolescence, et l'enfant, jusqu'à l'âge de 13 ans, jusqu'en classe de 7e, 8e, va rarement au-delà de l'apparence des choses. C'est-à-dire qu'il prend pour argent comptant ce qu'il voit, une image dit la vérité, et donc il n'y a pas d'exploration possible au-delà de cette image. Donc cet élève, pour prendre cet exemple, qui parlait de la Coupe du Monde de football, c'était un passionné, comme beaucoup d'adolescents de son âge, par le football, par la Coupe du Monde, et bien finalement a décidé de faire son sujet sur une des images qui apparaissait dans cette page de Google, c'est-à-dire sur les manifestations contre l'organisation de la Coupe du Monde.
What excites me about this project is that I get to see from the perspective of both sides of the border and how the people who are actually not fighting or who are not part of the gangs are telling their stories about what it was like for them to have to experience all this pressure from the drug lords on these cities and towns.
This year, we formally incorporated the librarian as part of the research process. Ms. McMahon, the middle school librarian, visited all our classes. She created a website on the Moodle page with all the databases and showed them how to do citations. And so these are little help to the students who find it difficult to find resources in the different languages.
Este año también incluimos el requisito de incluir una fuente local. O sea, si el niño estaba haciendo un trabajo sobre Perú o sobre Argentina, pedimos que incluyera un sitio de ese país.
So those are really good places to look, especially when you're looking for those local sources that you need for this assignment. So I'd suggest that once you get an idea, if you are having trouble maybe kind of refining your research question, you might want to be browsing some headlines from those news sources, or even if you already have a pretty good idea of what you want to do and you want to focus your search a little more, those are good places.
And so we asked them not only a local source, but why is it important to have a local source? Why can't you go to Encyclopedia Britannica or the New York Times or for Guardian for all your sources? Why is it important to get a source from Guatemala when you're doing something from Guatemala?
Ms. McMahon has helped us with the advanced search in Google, which was very useful for finding different points of view about the Rastafari religion, because most of my first sources were just like Jamaicans, and now I have like different points of view, like from Kenya and the US and BBC, which is British.
Google Advanced Search works really well for this because it allows people to limit their search results by filtering them for language. So they can choose to search just in Spanish, French, or English. But also, they can limit the search results to documents that were produced within a certain region.
So basically we are using these questions, using these resources. And lastly, something that we want to work on, but we didn't have the time this year, is why are you doing this? What are the next steps? What action do you plan to take based on what you have found? So we hope to develop that and get back to you and say whether we succeeded or not. Some are already doing, like, giving websites to people, raising awareness, but we haven't really delved in very deeply into the question of the next steps. How is the research going to either help or, do something for this community about which you're writing? So we have a long way to go, believe me, and but it's a wonderful journey.